Shalom Yasharahla. First and foremost, I give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Akakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. That's where I learned the shoot from. This is the brother Uramya back at you for another video. Basically, this is short, a little short clip on. I could bring about two precepts and shut it down. Nothing too long. You know, I hit it and quit it. Uh, this clip is from our after our camp on Saturday. Those that follow James Palmer's deadline, you know, after that camp on Saturday, uh, me and the brother Bashar, we went across the street and he basically, because it was a guy across there who was selling crabs, because yesterday was so-called Father's Day according to this world, and he was selling crab for Father's Day, talking about crab and rice and crab and or whatever, because that's a popular dish what they make on the heathen day, which was yesterday. So after camp, he was like, "You Ramya, can let's go across there and ask this boy some questions," and we recorded. So basically, I was the cameraman and he asked the young man some questions or was not, and yeah, and this just goes to show you how wicked Jake is, how Jake just love to do abominations early in the morning, throughout the night, throughout the day and late at night. Abominations and wickedness are always on Jake's mind. Jake just can't get their belly full of it. Jake live off abominations, of committing wickedness abominations. So I'm gonna play this video. I'm gonna just I'm gonna just let it play, and you could just watch. You could just watch and observe, and I could bring the two precepts at the end and close it out. So basically, right, we was asking them questions. So I can check this quality out. My God, all right. So I was recording the crowds. I was not on the brother Bashar asking them questions, but he's asking them how much the crowds go for and how they sell it. And he was reading off a sign because he probably didn't know how to go, because I don't think it was him. I think he's doing this for his father or whatever. So we was asking him questions about the prices of what's not, and he was reading off a sign. That's why he's like, you look like you ain't sure. All right, four for 10, 3 for 10 with a corn sizing. And what color crab is this here? White crab. This kitty, right? Yeah. So, all right, if you didn't hear, he basically asked them what color crab they is, and he said they white crab. So Bashar asked them if you could eat them, and he said yeah. So Bashar just after Bashar had that, I started laughing, and although I started laughing, so he asked some questions like so he finished asking questions on you could eat them, and how come you like to eat them most not? You could finish her in the clip. Hey, put her on this way. Put her on this way, that's good. So why you gotta sit down here with him? They can't take it. Oh, they can't take it? All right. So once you cover that, keep them cool so what? So they don't die. Who's eat that? What's up? Are you success? So Bashar asked him if he's eat that, and he said yeah. So Bashar asked him ways you can make it. So he started naming off ways. He said crab and rice, crab and dough. What else he said? Crab and rice and crab and dough. Yeah. Yeah. Why? All right. So this is the selection for tomorrow for pagan Father's Day. Boy. You from here? You from Nassau? All right, then let's check it. All right, thanks. So yeah, that's basically the clip. We just gone across there to see his thoughts on if we eat crab or was not, and him, he being a wicked Jake saying yeah, of course, because that's all Jake like to do, you know. But let me bring out this precept. It says, Leviticus 11 and 9, it says, "These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever hath fins and scales in the water, in the seas and in the rivers, them shall ye eat." Can. So they're saying you must only eat things out of the sea or river, any source of water that have uh living life. You must only eat things that have scales and fins, not either or, not just fins and no scales, or not just scales and no fins. You have to have both now, fins and scales. It didn't say fins or scales. It said fins and scales. So they're the only things you could eat. So only fish in the water have fins and scales. Not all fish have scales, and not all things in the water have fins and scales. So only those fish that you know have scales and fins you must eat. Crab ain't got no fins nor scales. You know, crab have claws, crab have legs, crabs have a shell. Crabs ain't got no skin. So like no fins or no scales. So you can't eat them. I just further reads verse 10. And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of living thing, so like and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you. They shall even be an abomination unto you. You repeat yourself again. So he's making this clear to you. It's an abomination to eat these things. You know, our people here in the Bahamas, we have a dish, what they call a delicacy, being conch salad or conch fritters. You know, every time you have tourists come to the Bahamas, they say, "Oh, I can't wait to taste these conch fritters and these conch and a conch salad," because here down here, Jake perfect making these things top 10, top tier. They excel in perfecting making abominations. You know, and yesterday being so-called Father's Day, according to this world, they had crab and rice, or they crab and dough. The most I saying these things are an abomination unto you. Let me finish read that verse 7. I mean verse 11. They shall be even an abomination unto you. Ye shall not eat of their flesh, but ye shall have their carcasses in abomination. Whatsoever hath no fins nor scales in the water, that shall be an abomination unto you. The Most High repeat that line 3 times. That shall be an abomination unto you. It can't get no clearer than this. But Jake just love wickedness. Jake love doing abominations. Jake just love it. Jake have to get their belly full. And they get their belly full with wickedness. Nothing righteous. Just pure wickedness with Jake like. You know? Huh. Jake, it's like yeah. Jake ain't gonna learn. You know, and tell him most, they take them over. Jake fear of doing wickedness. You know, and that's why two thirds have to die. Two-thirds have to die. You know, because he crossed there. Because on that stretch, we used to be doing our camp called Michael, right? And normally that's one of the busiest roads in Nassau, Bahamas. You know, so people always driving up and down, 24/7 all day. When we at camp, we have people out there spending their when it's the house. But you think people taking it? We preaching these things out there, but these people ain't taking it, man. These people, it goes through one ear, come on to the next. It ain't sitting in both ears and just sinking and marinating. No, it going through one ear, and that seasoning just drying out and go to the next. You know, these people just can't freaking take heed. The most I ever like that for a reason, though. Because two-thirds have to be put to death. You know, let me get this last precept. And close down. Just ain't nothing too long. There's a hit and quit lesson, you know, because these things we should know. These milk scriptures, we should know these things. This is this Deuteronomy 14 and 9, and it says, "These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, all that have fins and scales shall ye eat, and whatsoever hath not fins and scales ye may not eat. It is unclean unto you." Can these things within the water that don't have fins and scales, meaning these conch, lobster, shrimp, crab, octopus, shark, stingray, all them things which all just love eating, turtle, all them things which all like eating, or abominations or unclean. The Most High had it like that because they are scavengers of the sea. They clean the seas. They filter out the dirt of the sea. That's their job on this earth, not to be eaten. These things are not to be eaten. And the Most High making it plain in these scriptures, but your people just can't receive this understanding. Y'all just can't receive it. It ain't sitting well with your spirit. Y'all can't receive it. Read this piece, you know, and that's pretty much it. That's the end of the short lesson. I just wanted to show this short clip of how Jake just loved being abominable, and that's pretty much it. You know, either you can take heed to the words of Yahweh Shai and get a chance of salvation because we don't know who is the elect, but we hoping to be a part of the elect number. We know who the elect is, so we just hoping and hoping for a chance to receive salvation because we know who the elect is. But 2/3 are gonna be put to death because 2/3 are wicked. Hopefully hopefully me and the fellow Archeum and the fellow like-minded Archeum be a part of the elect number, so we could make it out of the uh Salakia, so we can make it out of this land untouched, you know. But with that, I'll give our praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim Makakorash for putting the spirit upon me to do this video. Shalom Yasharahla.